Well, the world finally has a date for that Phase 1 trade deal to be inked, and global markets end with a strong 2019. Good morning and Happy New Year. Well, Trump announced on Twitter to the world that he'll pen that Phase 1 trade deal on the 15th of January in the White House. And we saw US stocks close their session on New Year's Eve mostly higher, with the S&P 500 and the Dow up 0.3%, while the Nasdaq ended flat. So the Aussie share market will be looking for direction on its first day of 2020, as there are no current futures to go by. And on our last trading day on Tuesday, we saw the market lose 1.8%. That was its biggest drop in 4.5 weeks. But traditionally, good news is in store for the first week of January. Things are traditionally positive. The market rises or has risen 80% of the time over the last 10 years. In fact, we've gained on average 0.9%. This week. Gold stocks are expected to extend their leads as they strongly rose on Tuesday, so I'll be watching them. Another pretty quiet day is on the cards though for the ASX in terms of corporate announcements, with a lot of ETF providers continuing to announce their distributions, including Beta Shares today, their Australian high interest cash ETF, as well as Magellan's infrastructure fund ETF. As for the markets ending 2019, well, US markets had a stellar 2019, posting their best annual gain in 6 years. The S&P 500 was up about 29%, while the Nasdaq trumped that, rising 35%, while the blue chip Dow Jones rose 22%. Moving to Europe, the Stoxx 600 gained over 23% in the calendar year, while the top 100 stocks on London's FTSE managed to rise 12%. And back home in Australia, the Aussie share market had its best year in 10 years. The S&P ASX 200 rose 18%. The All Ordinaries bettered that, rising 19%. Over to commodities, gold hit a 3-month high on Tuesday, $1,520 an ounce, after rising 18% in 2019. That was its best year since 2010. The oil price slipped on Tuesday. It's now at $61.21 a barrel after rising 35% last year. That was its best gain since 2016. While the iron ore price is pretty much steady at $91.52, and the Australian dollar is pushing new 5-month highs, 70.12 US cents.